Did you know that imposter syndrome affects over 70% of people at some point in their career? But for high achieving women, especially those in leadership roles, that percentage is significantly higher. Many talented women find themselves doubting their abilities in spite of amazing achievements and qualifications. And that includes those women that you're looking up to. But those women who are in those leadership roles that we are looking up to have found grit and determination in spite of imposter syndrome. It doesn't mean they felt any different than you or I. What they have done is recognize the imposter syndrome, shone a light on it, and learn ways to deal with it and get over it. They've shunned away from the self-doubt that would otherwise have held them back, and it's these women that we need to learn from. I'm Churchill, and I'm on a mission to help women grow from self-doubt to self-confidence so they can take their career to the next level. I was often my own worst critic, and the truth is some days I still am. But over the years, I've learned tips, tricks, and strategies to make sure that my confidence and mindset was right to get my own career back on track. I've learned proven strategies to eliminate that self-doubt, and it's these strategies that I share with you. If you have a question or a comment, please leave it down below. That's really appreciated, and I'll always get back to you. A little thumbs up is always appreciated. And of course, for more like this, please subscribe to my channel. So picture a bustling office or a corporate boardroom. Those are the stages that we need to get noticed on. How scary then that your imposter syndrome knows just at the right time how to kick in and cast shadows over your otherwise perfect performance. If you're striving for a leadership role and imposter syndrome is kicking in, that puts you in a really difficult position to put your best foot forward when it matters the most. Despite great experience, qualifications and competence, so many women find themselves feeling like a fraud when they least need it to happen. And yet somehow you know you're worthy of this leadership role, that you've got a lot to offer, you've got what it takes. So the opportunity for growth, coupled with the self-doubt that's holding you back, creates this massive internal conflict inside, and it can be excruciating. Feeling like that fraud and not worthy of the advancement is a very common feeling for a lot of high-achieving women in particular. But it's also so often the lie that we tell ourselves to protect ourselves from potential failure. That's why I've created the Imposter Syndrome Quiz, because imposter syndrome shows up in so many different ways, and I think it's really important for you to understand if and how it's kicking in for you. That's the quickest way to be able to shine that light on it and start finding strategies to get over it right from the get-go, right from today. There's a link to the quiz right below this video, so as soon as you're ready, click that link and go ahead. So I think there are 3 key strategies to striving for that leadership role in spite of the imposter syndrome that might be going on for you. But before I give you those, I think it's really important for you to get to the bottom of that imposter syndrome. Give yourself some time, start to explore the evidence, really get to the bottom of how good you actually are, because on a good day, you feel unstoppable, right? Channel those feelings. That will put you in the best position to implement these strategies that I'm about to give you. Shining a light on imposter syndrome is a bit like shining a light on a gremlin. It starts to lose its power. And once it starts to lose its grip of power, that puts you in a really strong position to start implementing these strategies and get you to that leadership role we know you deserve. So number 1, preparation is paramount. Continuous learning, skill development, and seeking mentorship are really good ways for you to start to bolster the confidence that you need to get yourself into that leadership role. You need to appreciate your own self-worth before you can almost sell yourself to anybody else, or before anybody else is going to see that self-worth. So it's really, really important to put these steps into place, bolster that confidence, and get yourself in a really, really good place. Secondly, self-compassion is crucial. Recognizing and challenging the negative self-talk that goes on internally. You've probably heard me call it the mind monkeys. Prioritizing self-care and fostering a positive mindset. These are really great tools for finding self-acceptance, which can't live in the same space as self-doubt. So self-acceptance wins every time. And finally, it's time to take bold action. It's the only way, I'm afraid. You need to embrace challenges, push yourself out of that comfort zone, and be assertive about your capabilities in order to demonstrate that you are ready for this leadership role. Bragging about your own capabilities flies in the face of imposter syndrome. I'm afraid you have to do it anyway. In other words, your journey to leadership isn't about eliminating imposter syndrome. It's about recognizing it's there and having some real true grit and resilience to push through it in spite of it. Strategies like preparation, self-compassion, and bold action are essential. And as you navigate these challenges, sharing experiences is really helpful on your journey. I encourage you to share, reach out, seek that mentorship, seek those friendship groups. Reach out to me if you want to. Empowering each other on our path to leadership is it's so powerful. And remember, feeling like a fraud and not worthy of that advancement is such a common feeling for lots of women, especially high achievers. And that's why I created the Imposter Syndrome Quiz, because it shows up in so many different ways for so many different people. And I think it's really important for you to understand if and how it's showing up for you. It's the only way to shine a light on it. The quiz is 8 quick questions, and at the end of it, it gives you personalised tips based on your answers to help you start to put some of those strategies in place right from today. The link to the quiz is right below this video, so go ahead and take that now. As ever, I really appreciate your feedback. It helps me bring the content you're looking for, and it helps other people to find my stuff as well, so always appreciated. A little thumbs up as well is also appreciated, and for more like this, please subscribe to the channel. In the meantime, remember that you're amazing in spite of that imposter syndrome, and you have an amazing week.